And so we want to make sure that you're equipped as possible, whether it's anticipated change or whether it's unanticipated change. I'm going to briefly tell you what the 4 categories of reactions are, because the reality is any of us can have any of these 4 reactions depending on the circumstances. So one of them that you have on there is like a promoter, right? Or like a promoting. Like when they're just reacting to change, their first is great. They're excited. They're ready to go. Another one though is like a doer, right? Or just their reaction is to just start doing things. Like, give me something. What do I need? What needs to happen? Another reaction is when there's a lot of questions. They're just a questioner, and they're going to be questioning. Like, what's happening? What do we need to do? How do we do that? And then you've got a doubter, or they're just doubting. Like, their first reaction is just a doubt. We've never done it that way. Can't happen. Don't know what's going on. It's important to realize that all 4 of these reactions have value. Where's the value in the person that's doubting the direction or the change?
They highlight risk and risk mitigation.
Okay? They're going to highlight the risks. Yeah. Where else is there value in the person who maybe starts with doubt?
If you can win them over, you can win everyone over.
Hear that? If you can win them over, you can win everyone over. If you can bring them on board, guess who else is paying attention?
Everyone else.
Everyone else. Any other value that you see in the person who maybe initially reacts with doubt?
They'll highlight the fear, the thing that they don't want to lose, and so you understand what's important to them and what you need to ensure.
Yeah.
Will remain or be better.
Yeah.
With the change.
Yeah. Thanks for highlighting that too, Heather. Right? Helps identify the fear. Right? Sometimes we have more information than they do, which is why we might be a little more optimistic. They may have not as much information, therefore that's why they still have doubt. How, as a leader, would you lead someone who's reacting that way? When you see someone react that way, what would you do? How would you feel? So as leaders, that's why it's so important to identify where you're at when you're reacting to a change or something that's come up, and then being able to identify where the people around you are acting the way that they're, which category they might fall into. It's important that we have this kind of self-awareness, especially when we're leading other people. We have to have self-awareness to know I might naturally be more of a promoting. I might naturally be more of a doubting. That's okay. Like I said, there's no right or wrong categories. For a lot of people, and this is important for us to know as leaders, for a lot of people, their reaction is going to be different, whether it's planned or unplanned.